Breaking news, Canelo Alvarez came out calling out Floyd Mayweather once again for a rematch, where he said he knows it's not going to happen. However, he would love to remove that thorn. Now, my whole thing is, when Canelo Alvarez is going to stop pretending? When he's going to drop the act? If Canelo Alvarez is bothered by the Floyd Mayweather loss to that extent, where he wants to fight a 47 years old Floyd Mayweather that's almost 50 years old, and 3 divisions smaller than him, then why hasn't he fought Bivol, who also beat him?
¿Te gustaría enfrentar a Floyd Mayweather otra vez?
Sí, claro que sí. Me encantaría tener la oportunidad de quitarme la espinita. Obviamente sabemos que ya no va a suceder, pero sí, me hubiera encantado quitarme esa espinita.
Canelo keeps calling for a Floyd Mayweather rematch that's not gonna happen, since Floyd is already retired, he's nearly 50 years old, and is also 3 divisions smaller than him, but keeps ignoring the rematch with Bivol, who is the same age as Canelo, and is still active, calling Canelo Alvarez out for the rematch. We all know if Canelo was sincere, he would fight Bivol first in a heartbeat. Canelo and Bivol are only 1 division apart. To make matters worse, Bivol already agreed to move down to 168 to fight Canelo. Even then, Canelo turned down the rematch. Therefore, when Canelo keeps saying that he wants to fight Floyd Mayweather again, that's all cap. He's only saying that since Floyd Mayweather is not available. If the loss really bothered him to that extent, he would fight Bivol. But instead, he chose to fight Triple G instead, in a trilogy, a fight that nobody wanted to see at that point. Canelo actually had a rematch clause with Bivol. However, he disactivated his rematch clause with Bivol in order to fight Triple G instead. So he went out of his way to avoid Bivol. Canelo went on to say that he's going to fight Bivol after Triple G. However, he ended up fighting Ryder. Then he said he's going to fight Bivol after Ryder. Then he ended up fighting Jermell Charlo, who was 2 divisions smaller than him. Then he said he's going to fight Bivol after Jermell Charlo. However, he ended up fighting Munguia. And then, of course, Edgar Berlanga. Therefore, we all know what time it is. In our reality, factually speaking, Canelo never wanted the rematch with Floyd Mayweather when Floyd was still active after Floyd beat him. It wasn't until Floyd Mayweather retired that's when Canelo started calling him out for the rematch, since he's not available, like I said before. The crazy part about it all is that Canelo admitted that the Bivol loss actually hurt him more than the Floyd Mayweather loss. Check it out.
The only 2 blemishes on your record, obviously, Floyd Mayweather and Bivol. I've heard fighters say that they learn more from losses than wins. Were there anything, I guess, which of those fights did you learn from, or like which one bothered you the most just out of those 2?
Bothered me more like the Bivol fight because, I think I'm not in my 100% in that fight. I should be stop it and take more time. But at the end of the day, everything happened for a reason, and I learned my lesson in that way, and that's it.
Yeah.
This is how we know for a fact Canelo never wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather again, because he just admitted the Bivol loss hurt him more, but he never pursued the rematch with Bivol, who was available for Canelo to fight for 2 years after Canelo beat him. That's right, in 2022, Bivol went on to beat Canelo Alvarez. Then after Canelo turned down the rematch, he went on to beat Ramirez. After that point, Bivol was still available. Even after Canelo disactivated his rematch clause, Bivol was available to fight Canelo for 2 years after that. He had nobody else to fight, since nobody else wanted to fight Bivol outside of Beterbiev, and that fight didn't get made until Turkey stepped in the picture. However, before that, Bivol was actually inactive because a lot of fighters was avoiding him. Canelo Alvarez at any point for the past 2 years could have easily fought Bivol again. Like he said, he would have loved to remove that thorn aka the Floyd Mayweather loss. Canelo also said the Bivol loss hurt even more, so that's even a bigger thorn. Then how come Canelo doesn't want to remove that? By getting revenge against Bivol. Action speaks louder than words. A lot of what Canelo has been saying as of late is empty words and promises, since his action speaks otherwise. It's funny because they asked Canelo actually about fighting Bivol again. Canelo responded by saying that he will fight Bivol again next year if Bivol beats Beterbiev for undisputed. Now, this is the 5th time Canelo said he's gonna fight Bivol next year. Are we supposed to believe him or disbelieve him since he lied about it the past 4 times? Because he ended up cherry picking other fighters instead, aka the Triple G trilogy, Ryder, Jermell Charlo, Munguia, and of course, lastly, Edgar Berlanga. I guarantee you this: if Bivol beats Beterbiev, Canelo Alvarez will not fight him next year, and he's gonna pretend like he said nothing about it. That's what Canelo does. He keeps moving the goalposts every time he has to fight Bivol again. He's been doing this since he lost to Bivol in 2022. Last but not least, Floyd Mayweather is such the MJ of boxing to the point where he's not just on another level over Canelo or on another atmosphere than Canelo, but more so, Floyd Mayweather is on another planet compared to Canelo. We saw how Danny Garcia moved up in weight and lost to Lara. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather didn't just move up 4 weight classes, he moved up 5 weight classes and still beat Canelo, who was naturally 20 pounds bigger than him. Now, when Floyd beat Canelo, I want you guys to peep the difference. To all of the Canelo Alvarez fans, who would you guys say is a better fighter? Canelo or Edgar Berlanga? That's a rhetorical question. Obviously, Canelo, since Canelo just won. Now, how many times is Canelo better than Edgar Berlanga? You tell me. Well, how ironic is it? Floyd Mayweather dominated Canelo. Better than Canelo beat Edgar Berlanga, even though Edgar Berlanga is nowhere near Canelo Alvarez level. In addition to that, when you do the ratio, Floyd is way smaller than Canelo compared to Canelo next to Edgar. Floyd had to move up to his 5th weight class to fight Canelo Alvarez. He was more than 20 pounds naturally smaller than Canelo. Meanwhile, Canelo and Edgar, they are 5 pounds apart. Edgar is only 5 pounds bigger than Canelo. 168 is Canelo's 3rd division he won a title in. Even then, Floyd, who's way older than Canelo. Floyd was 36 when he fought Canelo. Canelo is 33, 34 when he fought Edgar. Even then, Floyd took Canelo to school way easier, and he beat him up way worse than Canelo did to Edgar Berlanga. Keep in mind, I'm not comparing Floyd Mayweather's performance against an opponent that's on Edgar Berlanga level. I'm comparing Floyd Mayweather's performance against Canelo himself compared to Canelo versus Edgar Berlanga. So this is 2 different levels, and Floyd still dominated Canelo way worse than Canelo did versus Edgar Berlanga. Even though Floyd Mayweather faced way more obstacles when it came to the weight and his age compared to Canelo, which shows that Floyd Mayweather is really the Michael Jordan of boxing. Floyd Mayweather dominated Canelo Alvarez, who's whatever level you want to call him. B+ fighter, A-level fighter, whatever level you want to call Canelo. Floyd Mayweather dominated Canelo more than Canelo can dominate at cherry pick. I'm going to say that again. Floyd Mayweather dominated Canelo way worse than Canelo can beat a cherry that he selected. Keep in mind, when Floyd fought Canelo, everyone was accusing Floyd of ducking Canelo. That being said, Edgar Berlanga said leading up to the Canelo fight that Canelo is the P word. for choosing to fight him over David Benavidez, the fight that everyone wants to see. So we shall see if Canelo is going to grow the cojones to fight David Benavidez. With that being said, with the opinions out of the door and the facts laid out on the table, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.